I did mine last night, and I made my assignment part of the family. So Orlando and the boys contributed.
Oh, they did your homework for you?
No, we all did. I'll show you what was. There's something on here that I did not put on here.
And I'm seeing travel.
Yep, they both, AJ and Orlando definitely wanted that.
Okay.
Orlando wants to be on a beach all the time.
Wearing a big sun hat.
Yep.
Wow, Orlando has great legs.
I know he does. I want to stress less. I want to get back to reading my books. And I want our entire family to be more green-based, vegetables, and
yes.
So I do think, like, this one is probably not going to happen.
The dog? Well, never say never.
I know.
Actually, we have some similar things. So I'm gonna.
Is that David Hasselhoff in the middle?
Well,
oh,
you know, David and I are distant cousins.
Okay.
I want to spend more time reading, traveling, relaxing, all of those things, eat more of a plant-based diet, which we already pretty much do, 100%.
You do.
But more time on the piano, more time on the Peloton, maybe working out.
I like that you had some flowers on there. I was looking for a plant because I really do want to add some plant life to my world. I just didn't find any in my magazines.
Well, that was depressing. That was really depressing.
Oh.
Never say never to the dog, and here you are with a dog.
It's the only thing on that board.
Haven't read more? Haven't eaten more vegetables?
No.
No travel? I know.
No.
We have crossed every vacation off the list for this year. And isn't it interesting, too? We've had so much more time at home the past few months. I've been doing home projects, like sitting and reading a book, I think because I feel this sense of anxiety almost, that I can't just sit still.
If only I would have put on my vision board, binge watch everything.
Gain 10 pounds, arrange cheese board, and wolf down in an hour. Yeah,
I know.
We've done all kinds of things that were not on that list. Okay, well, it's never too late to get back on track, right? That was sort of a depressing look back at the vision boards Courtney and I created the beginning of 2020 for our goals. Mine was in the trash.
Mine is on my desk still.
We don't do clutter, and so it's like, what can I throw away? Oh, I know, the vision board, my goals, throw it away.
Mine was on the shelf on above my desk, hidden. I didn't even realize it was there. But so many unexpected events have happened. So today, speaker, author, life coach, and new mama of two, L'Oreal Lipkins, is getting us back on track with a 4-step process to our mid-year goal check-in. Welcome back to the show. It's great to see you. I'm a little embarrassed that you had to see that because then we're just like telling you that we just didn't do anything with our vision boards. We're totally admitting it, but we did get a dog, so at least one thing came through for us. But L'Oreal, I love that you're using the word dare as a way, guide us through kind of getting us back on track.
Yes, I mean, and it's probably even more fitting for where we are right now because it is a huge risk or a big dare to figure out how do I get back on track with everything that's going on, and is it even possible? So I'm not surprised that the vision board have either stayed on your desk or gone in the trash. I've heard a lot of people say, let's cancel 2020, but today I'm going to give you 4 steps to get back on track.
And that's where the acronym DARE comes in. And before we have you spell them out for us, L'Oreal, let's just talk about the second half of 2020 in general. I think it's really empowering, one of your tips, that the second half of the year does not need to mirror the first half of the year. It's okay to change your game plan, right?
Exactly. I mean, I think sometimes we are so married to the vision board that we feel like we failed if we didn't accomplish those things. When in reality, I think 2020 has been really helpful in helping us get clear about what is actually a priority. So I'm finding that a lot of people, when they looked at their vision board, they realized that the things that they put on there weren't really things that were that important to them. And so that's given them a lot of clarity. And so it's okay to make adjustments. It's not that you have to stick to something just because you put it on a board.
Okay, well, let's get started. Maybe for those that got off track or never even created one for this year, let's get back on track. And you start with D, which is debrief.
Yeah, so the first thing that you want to do is debrief. Look at the first 6 months of the year and figure out what worked, what didn't work, and what do you need to change moving forward. And I think that's incredibly important because sometimes we're so forward thinking that we don't take some time to figure out what did I learn from the last 6 months that will help me be in a better position for the next 6 months. So you want to take time to debrief.
So that could be assessing what you've accomplished, what you're behind on, if you need to reevaluate, and assessing. That's your second acronym letter. Essentially, so much has happened this year that 6 months ago, when we set these goals, we didn't anticipate COVID and all the other things that have happened in the world.
Exactly. Yeah. The second thing that you want to do is after you debrief is you want to do an assessment. Do a checkpoint. When we set our goals back in December or January, the world looked very different than it looks now. And so you want to find out, one, are the goals that you set even still relevant? I know even personally, there's some things that I put on my vision board that now that I've had some time to figure out what's my real priorities, there's some things that I've made adjustments to. Or you might make an adjustment and say, maybe I need to stretch out that timeline. I thought I was going to be debt-free by Q2, and now that may be a Q4 goal. It's okay to make adjustments as you go. Don't be so committed to the board that you become inflexible.
Oh, inflexible. That's a great word. Also, I think the next tip, too, is really important to kind of look at the past 6 months or even, the last 6 weeks and how that's really changed our life, our world, to help you plan for the future.
Exactly. And even though we're talking about this at the half mark point, this is something that I do every single quarter, and you can even do it every single month, because if you wait to mid-year, a lot of time has passed. So this is even something you can use at the end of every month or at the end of every quarter as well to make some adjustments.
So once we've dealt with the R and the refocusing, the last letter in that acronym D.A.R.E is to execute, right? To actually make sure that every day we are working toward knocking off those things off the list.
Exactly. Yeah. So to your point, the refocus piece is getting yourself back in the right mental space. I know a lot of us have experienced a lot of emotional ups and downs. And so you don't want to carry that into the next 6 months. So one of the things you might consider is asking yourself, what have I learned about myself, about my goals and my priority, and how I deal with change over the last 6 months? And so the last point is execute every day. I know we have all made the mistake of setting these really huge goals and going from 0 to 100, and that is a recipe for failure. So just to give you a quick example, people will go, well, I'm going to work out 3 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's probably not going to happen, right? Something a lot more realistic is maybe I'm going to do an evening walk, or maybe I'm going to do 15 minutes 3 days a week. The more realistic your goals are, then the more likely it is that you're going to stick to it.
That is so true. And that applies to savings too, because I know when people are talking about eliminating debt, that seems like a mountain that's very difficult to climb. But you say look at things like rollover subscriptions, look at things where we can really start saving, because that adds up month after month.
Yes, start small. I know when my husband and we had a big goal of paying off our debt, and we went the first route. Let's eliminate everything. And it was very depressing, right? We were becoming debt-free, but we were becoming depressed in the process. And so we looked at small things we could change, like let's leave 15 minutes earlier so we don't have to take the tolls. Do we really need coffee every single day? Do we need all those subscription services, or can we scale back? Again, the key is to be realistic so you can set yourself up to be successful.
Yeah, you're more likely to stick to your goals that way. And when it comes to reading, I love this tip. Instead of saying something like, okay, I'm going to read one book every week or every month, maybe not realistic, easy to get behind on. But if you say set aside 10 minutes a day, that's a much more digestible goal.
It's digestible, and if you can even take it a step further and tying it to something that you already do. And so, for example, I was having a really hard time creating a morning routine. And so I just tied it to, I have a whole process that I follow, but I tied it to something I do every day, like brush my teeth or take a shower, right? And so now I do it before I brush my teeth, I do my morning routine. Tying it back to something you already do increases your chance that you're actually going to stick with it.
It's a great idea, great advice. L'Oreal Lipkins, it is great to see you. Congrats on the new baby, just 4 months old. We hope to see you very soon.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks for keeping us on track. And for more helpful tips, check out our website to connect with L'Oreal.